Really happy to be here.
Relaxandlearnguitar.com is paying the bills now, son. How about that?
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. A little scary, but very exciting.
I have to tell you a story. So I'm getting ready to speak in Tampa, Florida at an event called Life Surge. Tim Tebow is the headliner. All these big people. There's like 4,000 or 5,000 people in the stadium. I'm at sound check the night before, and there's this big, the AV company's there, and the guy that owns the AV company and runs the AV company are all standing on stage. There's all these other amazing speakers and like famous people up there doing their sound check, and here's me doing my sound check, right? And so I'm flipping through my slides, and you are on one of my slides in the presentation because your story is hilarious, like how the whole Relax and Learn Guitar developed and all that stuff. And he the guy that runs this AV company taps me on the shoulder and goes, "I love that guy." And I thought at first he said, "I love that slide." And it was just a picture of you holding a guitar. It was like, what? I was like, "You like the slide?" He goes, "No, I love that dude." I was like, "Kevin DePew, you know who Kevin DePew is?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I watch his YouTube videos all the time. I'm in his membership." And I thought, "No way." And he goes, "Yes." He goes, "I'm in that guy's membership. How do you know him?" I'm like, "I helped him start his membership." And it was like, I was a little nervous because it was my, this big event and everything. And I was like, "Man, if that ain't God standing beside you on the stage, of all the places in the world I could have been standing with, and you got a couple hundred members in your membership, and one of your members was on stage with me, and I've just happened to flip through your slide right when he was standing there, man." But the Kevin DePew ripple is going around the world, baby. You're worldwide, right, man. I'm running into your followers and members and fans on the road, Kevin DePew. I remembered this conversation. The theme of it was basically like, it was like, "Well, I'm trying this, I'm trying that." And I was like, "Well, what do you do? Just what do you like? What do you like to do?" And I just remember that concept. You were like, "I just like to relax, man, and play my guitar. It's like, it's an empty nester, brings me peace." And we were like, well, wouldn't it be cool if you could teach people how to relax and learn guitar? Because it wasn't just learn the guitar; it was like relaxing and having peace, and in this hobby that you have. So there's like a whole like feel to it. We had this conversation like, "Well, I'm not a pro guitar player. Who's going to listen to me?" And I don't remember if you said it or I said it or somebody said. I'm like, "You don't have to be Eddie Van Halen like to teach people how to play guitar. You just have to show them how to play guitar." And listen to what that guy said to me on stage, Kevin. He goes, I go, "Really? What do you love about him?" He goes, "You know what I love about him? He's just a normal guy. He's not one of these rock stars out there. He's not playing fast. He slows down. And it really is relaxing when I learn how to play guitar. It's not stressful." And I'm like, man, if that's not the exactly what we were trying to build back in the day, I don't know what it can ever be, man.
It took a little while, but I'm super happy it's here.
Over the last 4 years, you've been building this guitar membership, right? What and then you send us a message the other day, we get the post. It's like, what triggered you to go ahead and say, "You know what, I'm retiring early. This is ridiculous. This is big enough now. We're in striking distance of where I want to be." Like, what was and I don't even know this yet because we haven't talked since you emailed me, but or since I saw the message, but like, what was the domino that made you be like, "This is it, man. I'm going all in"?
Yeah. I mean, we had like a number in our head to get to before I would quit. My wife's retired and helps out a lot. Tons of conversations. Honestly, what did it was last year, realizing never able to predict the future, what's going to happen next. I just felt like a now or never kind of deal. Like, why does this number matter? If I feel like I can get to that number anyway, why not just try it now? So lots of support from Vicky. She also had some health stuff going on at the end of 2020, which is another realization of like, you know what? Life is fragile, and you might as well try to have the lifestyle you want now instead of always waiting till you get to another number. So we just pulled the trigger. I've been at my and I love my job. My job is great. I've helped people for a long time. I've been there 30 years. So
wow,
it was just time. It was like the number 30 came around in April, and I was like, not that I don't like the people that work there, but I just want to kind of see what happens if I go 100% all in on this. I've been doing 2 jobs basically full time for 4.5 years. Yeah. Right. So what happens if we do this full time? So that was kind of what started it all.
How old are you?
I'm 53.
Oh man, man, people come in all the time. They're like, man, I'm 50 years old. It's too late for me. I'm like,
No,
no.
nope.
Colonel Sanders didn't cook his first bucket of chicken until he was 63, y'all. Kevin's
Yeah,
playing guitar at 53. What are you talking about, man? It's never too
right.
late. This week is your first week since you quit your job,
Hmm.
right? So, like, tell me about the first day. I always love to hear what people did the first day, that the next day they woke up, because that's one of my favorite things to hear. And then, like, how does the week feel? Like, how weird is it that you get to do this now,
Yeah,
for the opportunity to do this on your own, and you control every minute of your day? Like,
yeah.
tell me about the first day first.
That's a great question. I mean, I think the actual first day, I took the dog for a longer walk than I usually do. She's loving it.
That is such a Kevin Depew thing, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, you're
That's
like
what
the
I'm doing.
greatest guy I've ever met. Like, one of the nicest dudes. You're just like, I took my dog for a little longer
Yeah,
walk. She
yeah.
deserves it. She deserves it.
She loved it. We went to the grocery store on a Monday, and I just keep laughing like I'm never going to the grocery store on the weekend again. It's just not going to happen. We had twin grandsons, and their actual birthday was that first day. So like they spent the night with us. I didn't have to worry about like, yeah, can we stay? Yeah, no problem. We're here. So that was cool to have them that night. Vicky's made the comment like, isn't it funny? Like you think you're going to have all this time, but you find things to fill up the time with. I mean, I still have been very good about like the mornings after kind of taking the dog for a walk, eating a little something. I do shut the door and sit down and work. And then cutting grass has been the other like dumb thing. You're like, I don't have to cut grass on Saturdays anymore. I can actually enjoy my weekend.
We created this business where we're like, yeah, I can work from 10 to 1 maybe. And that's probably enough, just to keep things going. And like, we went through that and we thought that was what actual freedom meant, is that you didn't work a lot. But what I've actually learned, I'm probably crushing 50 hours the last couple of weeks, because I'm just so many positive things are happening in our business, and we're really trying to grow. We're trying to do these things, but it's not the amount of hours that you work. It's the control over your waking hours that matter. And like, I get, like you just said, I get to get up and I get to walk the dog in the morning. I like to get up and eat breakfast with my kids. I get to stop and you get to hang out with Vicky. Like I get to go pick up my kids from camp during the summer at 12:30 when they're done at school. Right. And we can, and that, I think that's the magic. And I'm really trying to bend my message more to that so people understand online business is not a get out of life free card. It's not a get out of jail free card. It's not you can build businesses that are pretty passive. I'm not going to lie, but there's no fulfillment in that. There's not a lot of fulfillment in that. Where there's fulfillment is when you're on mission, you're on fire for your mission, and you are maximizing your minutes, and you can get up, walk the dog, work a little, hang out with your wife, see the grandkids, do your challenge, watch your TV show, go to bed. Like, you get to choose every minute of your life now. That's pretty epic. Our members are really doing great good in the world. And that makes me as proud as anything. The money's fine. We talk a lot about money and marketing, but money makes the mission possible. But the mission and seeing people like you do good in the world, man, makes my heart happy, dude. It's pretty awesome.